little poppy. I don't even know what a poppy is. Soda water.
A little soda water that's actually more like soda, but it's 30 calories instead of 500.
Oh, delicious. Made of like licorice root or something disgusting, right? Yeah.
It's made from plants.
Man, what a crazy world. I feel like there was something. Oh, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Polite as Fuck. I'm just like so excited to just hear myself talk. I'm just ready to dive right in this week.
We're in February.
February.
The love month. Ellie's birthday month.
That's right. It is officially Aquarius season. It's been like that for a minute, so maybe that's why I'm so like,
I'm awesome.
I'm awesome and I'm the best. My tiara,
Good.
you can't see it, but it's there. No. I felt like I wanted to tell you something, like a story. But now I'm like, of course, that I sit down, it's like totally gone out of my mind. Well, part of me is like, I wonder if my doctor's appointment, like while it was happening, I was thinking that I was going to tell it on the podcast. And then once I did tell it to you, I was like, actually, this is not appropriate. I'm not going to be talking about this. So I'm wondering if that was that. But I have no updates on my life, no fun.
You've been doing a lot of things.
I have?
You've been doing all your appointments.
Oh yeah, I think it's just like
got a bunch of new clothes.
I told myself that I wanted like January to be the month of all of the times that I got all of that stuff done. Plus, for some reason, we got paid 3 times, so I was like, I'm just gonna.
I love that.
I don't think I'm like, I'm like thinking
Yeah.
it's 3 times, but it really just like adds up to be the correct amount. But in my mind, I'm like, an extra paycheck.
I'm rich.
Yeah, I'm rich. I did it, everyone. No, so I'm like utilizing it while it's there. Yeah, I got a bunch of like I'm just slowly dipping my toe into celebrating.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm,
Are you
doing
excited?
great. I'm excited. I'm more excited. Just like, I feel like I'm like envisioning just like stepping through like a door frame, like just like a new, like I'm not like, oh my God, 30, but I'm also not like, oh my God, 30. I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow, I can't wait to see like what this year brings. I feel like it's the start. It is like our new year. Like my birthday.
It's the start of something.
I'll let her do it because I'm not going to sing that. I think my birthday is like our new year, really,
Yeah.
because I think of like Portland. That was like really kick-started everything, and that was my birthday. So it's like and then it's your birthday, and then summer, and then who knows, like all of these
All the
things are going to be
things.
happening.
It's true. It's true. I feel like you have knocked a lot of stuff out, and it's inspired me. I'm like, no, I haven't done any doctor's appointments, but I've organized
Yeah.
some things.
No, I feel like we're like putting ourselves together,
Yeah, it feels
which
good.
is like God,
adulting.
I know.
We got a new coffee bar,
Yeah, I love.
storage space stuff. I put all the craft things out, so now we have
to do
now
crafts.
we're like, okay, it's easily accessible.
I know the amount of times I'm like not scrolling, but like whatever, just binge watching something on the television, and I'm like, wow, there's like a coloring book. I could do it. I'm
Yeah, it's in there now.
like, I know, just got to do it. Have you been watching anything cool or fun?
I finished really quickly. Oh, shoot! Pause this. It was literally called Runaway.
The Runaway.
And it was really interesting. I haven't seen a show like this where there's like so many different storylines going on at the same time, and like every episode they get like closer and closer together.
Yeah.
And then the like last 2 episodes, it's just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what's happening?
I
How
love
are
that.
these all connecting? So that was really fun. I enjoyed that show.
My sister recommended him and Hers on Netflix. Have you seen that?
I've seen the
Like a mini-series.
It's like in the top 10 right now. Yeah.
Like, I'm just rewatching the same shit. There's nothing.
I did start the new Game of Thrones thing that came out on HBO. The like
Oh,
side
really?
story. Of...
Interesting. I'm so surprised by that. That's so random.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you
Yeah.
like it? Because you never watched House of Dragon.
I didn't.
That kind of pisses me off. I'm gonna be honest. Hearing you say that, I'm mad. No, I'm
I've
just kidding.
come around. Okay, I'll watch House of Dragon if you want.
I think my sister is like House of Dragon. She likes better than Game of Thrones. To me, it goes Game of Thrones, House of Dragon. I saw the commercial for the show, and I'm like, fuck this stupid shit. So you watching it, I'm like,
It is like really dumb. It's like funny dumb.
Yeah.
Which feels nice because the other show was like murder. People are doing overdosing and getting
was that what I walked
and...
in on with like the gory bits and things? Was that when I was sitting here watching that? Was that show?
At one point she like has someone else like bash another guy's head in.
Yep, that's what I saw. Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
So it was a good like contrast. I think I needed something a little light.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about you?
Rewatching Avatar, Orange is the New Black. I started a new book today that my friend, shout out Brittany, got me for Christmas. I'm like just now reading it. I feel like I've just been like, don't have time for it, but started that. And I've been really wanting to watch the movies that are being nominated for everything. Yeah. I'm like, everybody talks about how good this past year was when it comes to movies. Like, I watched Sinners and I loved that. And I feel like there was another movie that I watched that I really liked. But I'm like, I want to watch Begonia. The one with Leonardo DiCaprio, I want to watch. Yeah, a few others. So that's what I want to watch. I just haven't. Comfort.
Begonia is crazy.
You saw that in theaters.
Yeah. But I haven't seen Sinners, so I would like to watch. Also, I'm just going to acknowledge that our dishwasher is running, so if you hear loud water in the background...
Yeah, we'll try our best to edit this out, but I'm like, every once in a while, I like get taken out of it, and like,
same.
all of a sudden I feel like I'm in the dishwasher. I'm like, whoa!
That just got really loud, and now it's quiet. So...
This is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun audio.
Oh, God, I hate that this is something that's on my mind, but it is. Have you seen, I know you're not on social media, but have you seen the Sydney Sweeney campaign for her new lingerie line? So she has this new lingerie line that's coming out.
With who? Or is it like her own?
It's hers, but this is all, I get all of my information from other podcasts. So I want to make that very, very clear before we continue this conversation. But allegedly, Jeff Bezos is like what is like an investor, like whatever the like producer is, but for like that side of, an investor of it. And I don't know, I haven't looked into it. I will never, like, I will be a Savage Fenty Rihanna girl to the day that I fucking die. I will never, ever, like, no, I don't understand why she would do that. But whatever, she was doing it, and I remember I was like scrolling on TikTok, and I saw this like really janky video, and it looked AI. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, I think this is fake, because it was like, oh, Sydney Sweeney breaks onto the Hollywood sign to like drape her bras across the Hollywood sign, and like in a like way to get her name out there or whatever, like as a ploy or whatever.
Interesting.
And then I was like, this feels fake, whatever. And then I'm listening to one of the podcasts that I listen to on my walk, and they start talking about it, and they're like, it's all a stunt, it's all PR. And then somebody like TMZ reached out to like the county and was like, oh, is something gonna happen? Like, it was clear that the Sydney Sweeney campaign paid TMZ to like get this like horrible footage. They're not even sure if she really did climb the Hollywood sign, and if she did, it just like, the video just looks weird. And it's like, you're telling me that Sydney Sweeney, out of all of the people in the world, is just climbing things without they're just doing this, and everybody is okay with it. I mean, like, if there's anyone that's gonna happen to it, will be her. But I'm just like, it just feels so weird and like wrong, and also just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. And then I was listening to, I think it was the same podcast, but it was like, who is buying this product? Who is buying lingerie from Sydney Sweeney? Because I don't want it. I don't feel empowered by her or sexy by her or like really like her that much at all, if I'm being honest with you. And then I'm like, they had made the joke of like, well, what about if like your boyfriend or husband or partner gets it? And they were like, I'd be even more mad. And I'm like, yeah, I would be pissed.
She's doing the most right now.
That tipped the scale. I was like, oh my God. After everything else, I'm just like, I think in the same like doom scroll moment did I see clips from Nicki Minaj talking at Trump's fucking thing. And then the next thing, it's like Sydney Sweeney's bras. I'm like, I need to go touch grass. I need to get off my phone. I need to stop this, because what is happening?
This is crazy. Nicki Minaj, I'm like, I mean, I heard that she's doing it so that her brother or someone can like get, I don't know. out of jail or something. I don't know.
He was
what
a fucking pedophile. I don't know.
like,
I don't know. I don't know what's going
doing?
on.
Everything's fake.
Everything is fake, truly. Like, this is it. Just listen to us, because we're real. No.
I can't keep up.
Me either. Wait, okay, 2 other things. One is Love is Blind is coming back. I don't know if it's US or UK, but it's an English one, and we're watching it.
Okay.
Or you can just come in whenever, but we're doing that. And then in February, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but there is a documentary coming out about America's Next Top Model. Have you seen this?
No.
I will pull it up when we get off, but it looks like something that we should talk about because I know that I was obsessed with America's Top Model. Like,
was also
Sick Days.
Body shaming.
To the T. I will never forget when they were like, you've got to like be angry with your eyes. And I would literally be in the, I think we've talked about it on the podcast before of like in the mirror. I'm not going to do it, but I'm like in the mirror just being like, you know, trying to give angry eye while like stone, you know, or like smile with your eyes, but like keep a straight face. Like, anyway, it was like, it looks insane. It's like Tyra comes on and is like, I've been silent for a really long time, but now's the time to speak up.
Is she not she's culprit in it?
No, but then it's so funny because the clip of it, it's so interesting. I cannot wait to freaking break it down. It's going to be so interesting. But the clip says, it's like, you guys were begging for it and pushing us, so we kept going and like trying to do the most extreme because you guys wanted it, as in like the viewer. And like, yeah, that may be true, but you know what it was giving, like watching this trailer? I'm like, holy fuck, Hunger Games. Like, these are the, what are the,
like
the surgeons,
people.
Yeah, the people that like Katniss has to go, like what Cinna is, but like the bad people. Cinna was good, but like whatever those are called, the makeover people. I'm like, this is crazy. I forget, and then it just like cuts to like, I don't know if you remember this one hair transformation where she had dark hair and they completely like cut her pixie and went completely blonde, and it's just like she was having this meltdown. I'm like, this is insane. This was insane. And I remember watching it being like, this was my sick day show.
Yeah.
I would never. Oh my God. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, so we'll have to keep
I am excited to watch that.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
We can unpack my thoughts when we get there. But also, when is The Bachelorette coming out? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Like
they did that weird, like, they kind of, I wish they did that, like, announcement later, because I felt like I'm kind of, not over it, but I'm kind of like, after watching Secret Lives and now the season is coming on soon, I'm kind of like, wow, I might be a little tailored out, to be honest with you. Actually, yeah, right, that'll never happen.
I'm looking it up. March 22nd.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So when does the next Secret Lives come out?
I feel like also March.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
March 16th? Oh my God, it's going to be like back to back to back.
Oh, it just says expectations pointing towards early 2026, perhaps April.
Oh, so they don't even know.
No.
Okay. Lame.
Fun. I love the drama.
Same. Anyway, that's all I have for you.
Okay, that's good. I didn't prepare anything. But...
No, that's okay. I feel like I just like, I didn't really either. And then I sat down and I was like, wait, I have things that are relevant.
Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
You're welcome. Well, I'm going to let you do our little opener for this episode since you created this beautiful, like, format. You know, I love it. Oh, did it? Damn it. Don't tell me that. I'm going to believe it's you.
I did that.
I'm like, wow, with the stars too?
No.
I'm like, wow.
I did reformat a little bit, but I did ask AI to help. So, it's the season of love, February, you know.
February. And
our friend, when we were on our camping trip over Thanksgiving, had shared some questions she'd sent, like her and this person were working through some things. And I prompted Claude to kind of rework them for how we can talk about it on a podcast, because they are really interesting and like thought-provoking, and the ones she asked were more like specific towards their relationship and things that was going on with that. But I also was like, these are good things to reflect on, because one thing I'm reading in my book right now called How to Be Loved is talking about being able to like name your own emotions allows you to actually like recognize emotions in others and react or empathize appropriately, because it's like when you can't even tell when you're like, you don't know when you're angry or sad or upset, like you react the way that you do, and then someone else reacts the way that they do, and it's hard to have empathy for them when you can't recognize that in yourself. Lots of thoughts on that.
Yep.
I was just like, I feel like we should talk about these because, I mean, on the dating scene, and we're entering our 30s, and I gotta say, I don't want the relationships that I had when I was 25.
Yep. Yep. To me, I liked this because it's just like relationship values. It's very similar to like what a boundary is. I think it makes it like asking yourselves these questions allows me to kind of really take a step back and think like, what is it that I value? What is it that I'm looking for? I feel like in the past, up until, when did you send this to me? About 10 minutes ago? It's been like, I want a relationship, or I don't want a relationship. I just enjoy like being, single and kind of like doing whatever. Or I want someone, but I want them only if they're like this. Or like, I really am only looking for this. And it kind of was just skewed and a little all over the place. And I think that a lot of people feel that way because it's hard to put into words like what it is you're looking for, because you and I are similar. It's like, not that we have a type outside, but there's a type inside, and that's really hard to explain or see in a person right away. So it's like you constantly have to be like evolving and asking yourself these questions. So I was excited to kind of reflect on them.
Yeah, same. Immediately I was like starting to go to like traits that I have that I'm like, shoot.
Yeah.
But we can talk about it. The first one is, what does it mean to you to be a good partner? Not just in theory, but in the day-to-day reality of building something with someone. And I think my answer to this has evolved a lot, because I feel like I always had this fairy tale idea in my mind of like every day is going to be so fun and awesome, and we're going to do all these fun things all the time. And then I actually started experiencing that's not the case, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. And to the question of like, to be a good partner in the day-to-day, I feel like it's just like taking care of yourself, doing the things that you need to do to like be a whole person, but also having compromise within that. Like not being so regimented about things to where it's like you need to fit into my routine and my schedule, but it's like, oh, do you want to go for a run with me? Or like, I need to do this, do you want to cook this type, I feel like it's finding those, like being willing to step up and help someone or recognize things about them, but also set boundaries and do what you need to do, which is maybe kind of a boring answer, but I just feel like when I get so enthralled in a relationship and I don't do the things that I want or need, then the resentment comes. I feel shitty. I'm like, I haven't worked out in a week. I've been eating out every week.
Yep.
I've been not
drinking
sleeping
until 3 every day or every morning. What else can we add onto this list? Yes, no shit. That's no freaking kidding.
It's like fun for like a night, but then it's like that's all. I don't know. I think I'm done with that. And I don't think it's like a good partnership if it's like
totally
everything about you and your health and your sanity goes out the window.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think it's okay. While it may be a boring answer, like quote boring answer, I think it's exactly kind of what we've been talking about before, and kind of I think something that I'm slowly realizing, you're slowly realizing is like it really isn't supposed to maybe be this like explosion of feeling, and when it's really like not all the time, but when it is a healthy committed relationship, sometimes it is boring. And I hear that a lot when people share their like experiences, and so it's like, yeah, some of these answers are going to be boring, but I think that's the point, and probably says a lot about where you are too. I could not agree more, whatever the saying is, with what you were saying, because I just envision like a flow, like you're just kind of flowing with this person. It's I think before I had this idea of like 50%, 50%, or like one half, you're one half, we have to come together, when it's like, I'm a whole, you're a whole, like how can we make that fit and flow, because every day is going to look different. I know it said not just in theory but day to day, but I think a lot that stood out to me too when I think about this is like safety and everything. And like at first I wanted to say communication, but it's like sometimes we all like suck at that. Like I know what I can communicate face to face, and I can yap your ear off. I know I lack in the texting and calling and that side of like keeping up with a relationship, and that's something that I can always work on. But like day to day is safety. Like, do I feel safe with this person, and am I creating an environment where they feel safe, like to tell me that they want to hang out, that they don't want to hang out, that it's a hard day, a good day, like, and you name it. Is that the like space that I'm creating for them, and like do I feel that too?
That's so good. I just read, when we were at the pool, this chapter in the book, and it was talking about how like when he was a kid, he threw up in the night, and he ended up like throwing up in the sink, and then he woke, like his mom woke up, and instead of being like, oh my gosh, are you okay? How are you feeling? What's wrong? It was like, why did you throw up in the sink? Like, why didn't you throw up in the toilet? Like, stuff like that. Which is like, he wasn't in any way being like, my mom's a bad mom, but it was like, when you have reactions or receive reactions like that, then you start to like build up this wall and be like, it's really hard to listen or to make space for someone, or to be like, I see you're having a bad day, and not just be like, get it together, you know, like get over it. When it's like, if that's the reaction you're receiving, then you're going to project that onto someone else. And I know I am fully guilty of doing that, because it's like, I will have hard times, I will mess up, I'll fuck up, and then I'm really hard on myself, so then I do that to other people, and that's not creating like a safe space for them to feel comfortable like talking about things, or being like, oh, I tried to do this and I messed up, can you help me, you know, when it's like they're gonna feel judged or reprimanded or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I think that's such a good answer, and that's very top of mind for me.
Yes, same.
Okay, what's the next one?
When you look at the relationship you admire, whether your parents, friends, or the people you've observed, what are they... Oh, my goodness. Or the people you've observed, what are they doing that you want to bring into your own life?
You know, this one's really hard, because I feel like oftentimes I'm like, these are things I don't want to do.
Yo, same. I'm like, give me a
I can tell you all the
8.
things I don't want.
Yes. It's so easy.
Oh.
I think for me, I think I have an answer, but that's only because I like recently touched on this in therapy this past week. But I use this metaphor of like, sometimes when there's like some sort of anxiety, whether it be like social anxiety or whatever, like just anxiety with whatever's going on, it sometimes feels like this like weighted vest, not even a weighted vest, but like this really uncomfortable, like I'm kind of just like carrying bricks everywhere, like even mentally. And even like that people pleasing tendency in me, where I'm just like, oh my God, like I feel so weighted down by just like the presence of being around these people, that I feel like I have to perform, and that adds on another weight, blah, blah, blah. But when I like close my eyes and I envision myself like in the spaces where I have like nothing on, where I'm like the most confident, whatever, we did this kind of like exercise in therapy where I was just like, I would say like when I'm around my sisters, and it's like, okay, well, what attributes do they have, or like what makes you feel like your best version of yourself when you're there? And I think what I see in myself when I'm in those spaces, and what I notice with other people that I look up to, that really like I gravitate towards, is like they act, I'm sure they might, but they don't have these bricks. They're just like authentically themselves. They're silly. They hold space, and they're comfortable with the space that they take up. It's almost like a gravitational pull. And like, I feel that energy. So like, I feed off that, and I see people that are like that. And like, I think that I gravitate towards people that are like high energy, bubbly, authentically themselves. Like, I think of some of the most important people of my life, if not all of them, are like that. You're like that. Anais is like that. Sophia is like that. Like, it is just this like essence. And I think when I think of a relationship, like I do gravitate towards those kinds of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does. Yeah. I think that's good. Thanks for saying that. While you were talking, it made me think of just like being thoughtful and not necessarily going out of your way, but like kind of how your love language is gifts, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's like, to me, that's like someone is very thoughtful when they have that as their like giving love language. And I feel like examples in my life are when I admire when people are like that, and it doesn't need to be like a gift, but just like, oh, like I made you breakfast, or like I don't know, like little things, just maybe that's acts of service. I feel like I have seen that a lot in relationships in my life. And also being like, speaking very highly of your partner, like being very encouraging.
Yes.
I love when people are like that, because maybe I don't speak to myself that way as often. And so it's like so refreshing when someone is so proud of their partner and want to like, oh my gosh, good job. You know, like they show up for that person and they cheer them on and they're encouraging and happy and excited to talk about them.
Yep. I love that.
The third one.
This is tough.
Relationship patterns. Most couples fall into patterns that don't serve them. Can you think of a pattern you've noticed in your own relationships or even watched friends experience, and what you think it would take to actually break out of it? I mean, for me, I feel like my pattern has been what I was talking about in the beginning, where I like let go of anything that I care about.
That is so real. That is just it. That is the feeling. That is the pattern.
Like,
I feel that.
I have nothing. I will do whatever you want. And I will be at your beck and call, and I will sacrifice my sleep and drive all over the town, and you know, like I've done it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's really hard to break out of that if you aren't with someone who recognizes why that's bad. Yeah. And they're like wanting to, like, if you're like, I would like to like spend some more time at my house, or like I would like to do XYZ, and then they don't meet you in that, then that's, I feel like, when it's hard, because then you're like, okay, well then never mind, I'll just drive to LA.
This is so much fun.
No problem.
No.
I can do that.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I want to see you.
Yeah. So why not? I'll do it.
Why not?
Yeah, that's tough. Oh my god, like so many things come to mind. Like both that I see in others and like that I see
in yourself.
In myself. I think for me, I am like, I have this like, what is that called? A really bad negative self-fulfilling prophecy when it comes to relationships. I think I'm just like so afraid that they're gonna leave. Something I do is gonna push them away. I'm gonna be too, insert word, crazy, too much, too this, too that, whatever, because it's happened before and it continues happening. And so what I have developed this defense mechanism where I will just do it before they can, either like mentally, and most of the time like physically. I will run away. I am the queen of running, and like I just run away, because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to, because I also, it's been a long time since I've been in a serious relationship, but when I have been really close to someone, I have this like, you know, like I know I'm not good enough for you, so I'll run, and you're pushing me and you're pushing my buttons because you're also not healed in some sort of instance or whatever. And so then I turn around, and instead of creating a safe environment for not only you but for me, it's this like whirlwind of emotion, and almost like coming at it like I explode, you know, and like I don't know how to use my words, and then I become too crazy in that moment. It's like, and it's like one end or the other, and that is like a really tough pattern to break. I think it also has to do with like some people just bring out certain sides of you. Yeah. I think another thing too is like think that, and this is maybe more for like really serious, maybe like almost like a few years into the relationship, like a more established relationship. Because yes, while you are two whole people, when you've decided to like enter in a committed relationship, like you see some sort of partnership in the future, whether it be like just partnership or marriage or whatever, like you start to have to like become, not morph into one, but morph into a team. And it really bothers me. And I see this all the time. I see it at the restaurant with tables, which is like the most awkward shit. I see it in like some of the closest relationships with people in my life. Like I see it with their partners, but it's like, you guys are fighting with each other. Like, I don't even mean like arguing. I mean like you guys are competing against each other. Like you are not a team.
Yeah.
It's like you are going like this all the time because it's like, oh, I have to be this, but then they're this. And it's like, isn't your success their success and their success your success? Like, I'm confused at why you're like, I don't know, annoyed at their, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, it seems so silly to me that you wouldn't just be like, kind of like what you were saying of like, hype them up, like talk great about them. It's silly to be like, oh man, you know, friggin' Billy is, you know, I'm like, there's friggin' Billy. But I'm like, it just is like, so I can. That's once you start that pattern, I feel like it's really difficult to break.
It's true.
Yeah.
Friggin' Billy.
Friggin' Billy, dude. I hate that guy.
What's something you've realized you need in a relationship that maybe you didn't know earlier in life? Well, the first thing that comes to mind for me...
The sex?
Yes.
This is very important.
It is very important. You know, I think I knew I needed that. I just hadn't experienced it. Because your girl was horny. I feel like I really wanted someone who was like so adventurous and on the go and like weekend warrior, like all the time wants to be doing something and go, and I feel like that was like so exciting to me. Like the thought of someone that like wanted to stay in the weekend, I was like, lame. You're boring. But I feel like I am that way. And so I need, like, if I'm with someone who's that way, I'm exhausted. I'm like, I need someone who's like, let's like have a slow morning. And I've like come to appreciate those instead of like, all right, the alarm went off, we gotta go, there's things happening. Like, I get anxious when I know I have things to do. Like, that's why I literally get up early, because I'm like, the moment my alarm goes off, I'm like, gotta hustle.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually really nice to be with someone, not who's like boring or doesn't want to do fun things or go out, but is like able to slow down and appreciates, like, can be content in not doing things all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you need in a relationship?
Oh man, okay. I don't really know. This is hard for me because I feel like I've tried on a lot of different types. And I think it's funny because I feel like this is a kind of question that I would call my parents and ask them what their answer would be for this, like my mom or my dad, and what they envision. Not that I think that I would, like, I'm grateful that I get to choose my partner, but the idea of like a arranged marriage isn't horrible. I feel like I've said this before. You know, I kind of trust my parents.
Yeah.
Because I think that they would have a better answer from like an outside perspective. Even my sisters would be like, no, Ellie needs someone that's like this. And I'd be like, oh yeah. Actually, I think I'd be like, no. But then it's like, is that not maybe the point?
Yeah.
At first, I kind of was like, I agree with you of like, not necessarily the complete opposite of me, but someone that like balances me out. So I really do like I like being with someone that likes being out and about, because I like to be inside a little bit. So I, feel like I kind of appreciate that pull of like, no, like, let's go do this. Let's go try something new. And I've been in those situations. And so I like that. But I feel like that's not really different than what I know. You answer. You tell me, because you have an answer.
No, I feel like that's good, but I don't think that those are like one and the same with who you've dated. Like someone can be outgoing and want to go out and do things and also respect your time and hype you up and, you know, like all the things that you would want in a partner.
Yeah. Part of me is like, it's unfortunate that I gravitate towards like jokesters because I think like
Clowns.
a clown.
Sorry, that was mean.
No, it wasn't though. Because then I'm like, not that I don't want them to be funny. I think humor is hilarious, but sometimes like I find self-deprecating humor on myself. Like that's how I show up. I don't know why. I think it's a self-defense mechanism or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word, but so I'm like, maybe I just need someone kind. I don't really know. I should try that on and see what that looks like.
Yeah. Kindness is good.
Yeah, this is I think
someone
this one
can
was
be
hard
funny
for me.
and not make fun of you.
That's true. Well, is it?
I think some of the best humor.
I
it's
like
just,
being
like,
made fun of,
so
though.
Smart. Like the best
That's
humor
true.
is smart, and like I feel like making fun of someone, especially of things that they can't change about themselves, is probably to me the like lowest. It's like the easiest humor.
True.
It's like such a cop out, and
So
then.
true.
I just get angry,
Yeah.
personally. If I'm around that and they're making fun of you, I'm not laughing. And I laugh at everything. So
So, there you go. Yeah, that one's pretty tough for me to answer, I'll have to say.
It's okay. You can think on it. On balancing independence and connection. How do you think about the balance between being your own person with your own goals and being deeply connected to a partner? Does one have to come at the expense of the other? This is kind of what I've been talking about. And I don't think that they do have to come. Like, I think it's just literally a compromise. And I think it's so nice when you're with someone where you can set goals or do things together. Like, you can have that, I don't know, goal setting time together. But your goals don't have to be the same. You know, like maybe you have goals together, literally, that you want to like work towards. But I guess I'll say that Mr. Forrest is back in the pod.
Back in the pod.
And one goal that I had for myself this month was, this is like a really kind of easy example, but like I wanted to run every day this month. And I was like, do you want to do that with me? And he said, no, but I'll run with you like when we're together if you want. And that's nice. I love that. But it's not like, okay, now we have to do the same thing together, you know? Mm-hmm. But this is my goal. This is something I want to do, and I appreciate that you're, like, encouraging and supportive. Obviously, there's, like, bigger goals when it comes to things like where you live and children. I think those can be deal breakers in a relationship because it's, like, how much can you compromise at the end of the day?
Totally. Yeah.
But
I agree. I think, I don't know. I think in my perspective, and maybe this will like shift when I get like older, when I find someone that I feel like pretty like safe and comfortable with, but like my view on love and relationships right now is very small-minded, and like I don't have a lot of hope. And to me, it's like while I think it doesn't come at the expense of the other. Like your goals shouldn't, mean that you can't have that person, but at the end of the day, it's like, this is like such a, like, I don't mean it to sound as depressing. And again, I'll probably be like singing a different tune once I fall in love. It's just because I'm not talking to anybody right now. That's why I'm so whatever.
Cynical.
Yeah, cynical, exactly. But in my mind, I'm like, we are very lucky to live in the world that we live. I feel very lucky, and as much as I want a partner, I know that I can exist in this world without having like to find a man and settle down and all this shit. Like, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. It's not something that I'm like, I don't feel this like pressure. If it happens, it happens. But I feel very privileged to be like, I am only doing these things if I find a person that I feel comfortable with. Like, I'm not I'm not doing it. I'm not getting married. I've made that clear. So I have not met that person, but that doesn't mean I haven't met extraordinary people that I enjoy spending time with and having some sort of relationship with. It's like, I used to laugh at the thing on Hinge. This is so stupid, but like, this is where my mind went, where it's like, long-term relationship, like open to a long-term relationship or open to short. I would have been like, why don't you just choose life partner? But I think now I'm like, I get it. Like, I get it. It's like it's like what the fuck boys are pretending they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, you say like, oh, you're just exploring until you find the right person. But it's like, I think that there is a level to that. And I think that that's okay. And I think that if you meet someone and you're so deeply connected that a lot of your like goals and things align, or they create a space where they're like, no, but I got your back. That's great. But a lot of the times it's like, it works. And then the goals, because you're a human, are shifting, and they're a human and they're shifting. And then you can't grow, or you get to a point where it's like, yeah, you do have to talk about some of these bigger things. And to some people it's marriage and kids, but to the other it's like, yeah, where in the state are you going to live? Or to the other, somebody else, it's like the type of job that you have or the career path that you're wanting to choose. Like, a lot of those can be like deal breakers. And in that aspect, it's like, well, then, yeah, your goals should come first. Yeah. That was like a super long-winded answer, but...
No, I thought that was good. I think that makes sense, and I agree. I feel like I put life partner when I was on Hinge, and I feel like when I would show people my profile, they were like, whoa. I was like, is that crazy? Like, I'm not.
But I did too. When I was on there, I was like, I was life partner. Because I'm like, if you're not looking for someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, then what are you doing?
Yeah. Like, I'm over my fuck buddy phase.
Yeah. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But
so I think that makes sense. I feel like there are certain goals or things that you're working towards where it's like, you might really care or love this person, but if you guys aren't on the same page for those, it's really not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
I just wish that we normalized this idea that like some people fit in certain times in your life. Like, obviously the goal is to be with someone forever, obviously. Yeah. But like, I wish it was more normalized and like more like healthily spoken about, of like, sometimes like, especially when there's kids involved and there's a marriage, I wish it was just like, I had this time, this was the person, this is the things that they, like, him or they bonded over, this is what we did, blah, blah, blah. And then life shifted a little bit at this time, and our blah, blah, blah. Like, I just wish we just normalized it just a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, the next question, I'm curious your answer then.
Oh, no.
It's talking about, where do relationships and families sit in your hierarchy of priorities, and has this shifted as you've gotten older?
Oh my God, yeah.
Because to me, I agree. I think that the relationships I've had, well, I like joke about like how toxic they were. I also learned so much from them, and I don't like regret them. I am like, maybe I wish I didn't stay in them as long as I did, but I do, like, I think I learned a lot from them. There were still good moments. That's why I stayed as long as I did. And, like, I don't know, like, I want to hear your answer first, but, like, family and whatever the other thing is, like, in terms of priorities, I think at the time, like, relationships were such a high priority for me, and it's funny when they became less of a priority that, like, a healthier one came into my life, I think. Mm-hmm. But go ahead with your answer.
Man, this is hard. I think that when I was first broken up with, I was like, I knew, I've said this before too. I remember, God, we were so toxic, but I remember he'd be like, you're just going to go back to your ex if we break up. You're just going to go do this. You're going to go blah, 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 say all of these things. And I remember literally looking at him and being like, if and when we break up, I'm going to be single for a long time. Yeah. Like, I knew in that moment, I was like, I am not ready for this. Like, if this is what being forever with someone is like, count me out. Count me the fuck out. Yeah, exactly. So from there, I was like, no, I know. I think the longer, and this is a lot of just social pressure and like pressure that I've put on myself, because I'm like, holy fuck, I've been this single for this long. am I starting to put it more as a priority? But I don't think I'm prioritizing it in a way that's like healthy, that I think like questions like these are helpful in maybe prioritizing. It was more so this like anticipation is like, fuck, I'm being left out. Like I need to have this experience because I'm missing out because I'm not getting it. It wasn't from like an actual what I believe a relationship is. Am I placing that in the hierarchy? No, I think that's why nothing good has come to me yet, because I'm like, just give me something, you know?
I'll take anything.
I think the family is interesting because I'm thinking a lot about this. I've been thinking a lot about this. I think family has and will almost always be at the top. Just because it's like, I am so close with my family. I moved around my entire life. These are the only people I've ever had. Like, friends have always come in and out, talking, going, like, you know, strong relationships to not so strong, all over the place. But, like, my family, specifically, like, my sisters and my relationship with my parents and, like, the way that we value our relationships within my family, even as crazy and, like, just unhinged as we are, like, it's so strong. I think as my niece and nephew get older, I realize that when family has kids and like the next generation comes, like there is a little bit of a shift. And while I'm still very close with my sisters, as I see them enter this new chapter of life of like, okay, now you're entering the real world, you're out of college, like you have this, you know, relationships, one has kids, like where we all fit in is a little bit difficult. And that doesn't mean they're like any less like low on my hierarchy, but it's more so like shifting the focus into being like, okay, well, I think family is starting to mean something a little bit different to everybody. Because to me, it's like when I think of family, I'm still thinking of like my, like, I'm 16 back at home.
Yeah.
Where I think now it's like, no, like your family, like what does that look like? And I think I just have like, that really scares me. And because like things like that are so scary to me, it's like I need to have the relationship. So it's a little bit lower because I think of that as being like my family is my forever person, or like potential of like having kids or like buying a house together, or like having some sort of like tangible like thing, you know, like a house or a car, or I don't know, some like sort of so I mean, I think it just kind of goes, I don't know. I think relationships are kind of like moving higher as I get older because I feel this anticipation, and family is getting lower because I don't have that relationship yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Again, with my long ass answers, I love this. It's like therapy for me. Thanks for tuning along. Tuning along?
Tuning along.
Please cut that out. I beg of you.
Okay, on conflict and repair. How do you typically handle stress or disappointment, and has that changed over time?
Oh, yeah. I feel like I would just, like, fly off the handles and, like, really not, I'd be so uncontrollable. Like, I really could not get a grip of my emotions. It took me a really long time to, like, even now I have to be, like, hold it in, don't be crazy. But those are, like, those moments of, like, oh, I'm actually fucking psychotic. There are less and less of those as I get older. Thank God.
I've had one semi-recently, but...
Love.
I do think it goes back to the being able to address and understand your own emotions. Totally. And I am similar in that, well, I keep like everything in and I just bottle it up, and then it like gets to the brim and then it explodes. And that's not great. And keeping things in isn't great. And then the resentment, all the things. So I feel like I have been trying more in the last few years to like journal, go to therapy, talk about it, like, sometimes I'm not the best about bringing things up immediately, but like if it's still something that's occupying my brain, I try and address it. Disappointment, I feel like I handle that pretty well. I'm just kind of like, well, what the fuck can we do?
Yeah.
What does repair look like for you after a conflict or hurt? What do you need in order to feel safe enough to reconnect?
I don't think I have had, maybe a long time ago, but like, I just don't think that I've had a situation in which a conflict has ended peacefully or in a healthy way, and I feel like I was able to what is this, in order to feel safe enough to reconnect. Like, it's not funny, I'm not loud, like I am. It's not funny, but it also is just like a little bit, I just think back to things and I'm just like, I was not safe and we did not reconnect, and like we just went about our day and everything was just like, what, brushed under the rug. But I think in some, maybe not like intimate relationships, but more like maybe like friendships and things like that, I just like being validated and heard is like one of the most important things to me. Like, even if you may not agree with me in that moment, you don't necessarily understand what, like, I'm like where I'm coming from, like, just like the body language and use of just like fully turning to me and listening and like hearing what I have to say and like being engaged, like that shit goes, like, it means so much. And like that allows me to be like, maybe kind of like self-regulate and also be like, okay, let me take a step back, like, is this as big of a deal as it is, or like let me gain some like deep breaths and like whatever it is. And I feel like that allows me to, like, both of us, really, whoever the fuck it is, just to like take a step back, like mentally, and be like, okay, how can we like go from here, or like reconnect, or whatever the fuck.
I mean, that was going to be my answer, is like having someone that can like acknowledge and be like, I can understand why that's frustrating or whatever it is.
Yes.
Like, even if they don't agree or they're like, here's my perspective, just having someone be like, yeah, I can see why that would upset you. I'm like, thank you.
Because I want it from them. I want to be like, why did you behave like this? You tell me where the fuck you're coming from, and I'll tell you where I'm coming from. Because, like, at the end of it, I just kind of feel like in relationships or conflict, like, I'm just trying to investigate. Like, I want to get to the bottom of it. I'm like, oh, let's just keep digging. Figure it out.
keep digging.
Emotional needs. When do you feel most loved or most seen by the people close to you? Ooh.
Oh, God.
Same. Honestly, when I'm, like, being heard and validated. Like, life continues, and what I, like, cherish so much about the relationships that I have in my life is, like, I feel like a lot of my insecurities come out when there is conflict, because I just have all of these things. And so when someone is validating me or just seeing me for as I am as a whole, I'm like, oh wow, like I feel so loved and cared for. Like I do feel seen, because there's so many different like sides of me. So like when it's not great or whatever, and someone can still be like, no, I hear you, I see you, whatever, I'm like, oh my god.
So nice.
So nice.
I think for me, it's like when someone remembers something. Like if I say that I have an interview or something, and then I'm not going to keep talking about
I'm so bad
things.
at that.
No, that's okay. This is like maybe an expectation I have in a relationship, that it's like, I'm not upset if they don't remember, but if they do, if they're like, oh, good luck at this, or like, how are you feeling about whatever, I'm like, wow, you like listen to me. I feel heard by you, and that is nice.
Or when people like ask questions. Asking questions is so underrated.
Yeah,
like
literally.
It really is. Like even just when I'm talking with family, it just is so nice when like someone is like, oh, how was work in that situation that you had like a few weeks ago? Like same to your like remembering. Yeah, a follow up. It's like I love that. Or that's another good one.
What's the opposite? When do you feel the most alone?
When I just feel, I'm like not heard, when I feel crazy, when I feel every insecurity, like literally just it, oh my God. Or embarrassed.
Like if someone's embarrassed of you?
Yeah, or like, specifically with relationships, I think I've been in situations where like obviously it's the same thing when I talked about like you guys are clearly not on the same team, and you're around people, or even even alone, and it's like just this kind of to your point of like when people make comments about like your body or whatever, and you're just kind of like, okay, well now I feel like a piece of shit. Instances like that where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like so alone right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've felt pretty alone sometimes, and like nothing makes you feel like more alone than being like so lost in your own head. Yeah. And that is like so tough. And so to be in like a relationship or a situation with others that you feel so lost and unsafe that you can't even like reach out to anybody, oh my god, that is horrible.
Yeah, that is pretty awful. I think another one that came to mind is like effort put into something. And I am not like a tit for tat, like, oh, I did this and now I expect you to do that. But I have been in relationships where I feel like things like I'm driving to you all the time, I'm making all the food, I'm organizing all the dates, I'm doing all the things, and then you just show up. Like, that feels very alone because I'm like, hi, do you like want anything to do with me? Like, you're saying that you love me and that you want to be in this relationship, but I don't see any effort being put in. And that's really hard because you don't want to like drag someone through a relationship or force that.
Yeah. Just like that look that some people, like when there's just like no, I mean, at the end of the day, I know what it is now and there's like no love there, but I just picture myself being in like these situations, even surrounded by people and feeling so alone. And most of the time it's like the person that you're supposed to call your person is looking at you like you're literal dog shit on their shoes. Like,
it's so
like
bad.
It's so bad. And I'm just like, hey, I'm Ellie, his girlfriend, nice to meet you. Horrible.
Yeah.
Lastly, is there something you've needed from the people in your life that you found hard to ask for? Oof. Yours, I know.
Wait, what is it?
Help.
Oh.
Just asking.
Literally me trying to carry my standing desk up the stairs. I'm hitting my shins. I'm like, I physically cannot do this. I need someone. I need Ellie.
Oh god.
But yeah, in a lot of ways.
Oh no. That was funny. Oh man, this is so hard because I don't shut up. Like I just
I ask for everything.
I literally ask for everything. I feel like I constantly need like validation. In the past, there's been moments where I've been like needing this like self, like, I don't know, just asking for help or constant, just not shutting the fuck up, if I'm being honest. And there's been moments where you and Anais or other people have, in a kind way, but also in a way that I know that I will be will be received in my brain, because sometimes I do need to be told, like, shut the fuck up, go do this thing, like, stop caring so much about what people, like, literally just calling it out and being a little bit of like aggressive, if you will, you know what I mean, just like doing it. And sometimes like I don't like asking for that because I don't want that, but sometimes I need it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's mine.
That's good. Well, I think mine is asking for help and our camera's overheating. So we're going to wrap this up, but happy Love Month, everyone. I hope you have healthy love in your life.
Don't forget your gals.
Yeah, don't forget your gals. Friendships is love. Family is love. Doesn't need to be romantic love. We love you guys.
Always.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.